Hello and welcome to video number 7. We are going to talk about content and file protection. Okay, so once you've connected your levels, your payment services, and everything else, you created your login buttons and all that, now we can begin to protect the content. So I'm going to show you everything there is to protect the content. So obviously, first things first, we need to create pages, right? And we need to say that who has access to certain pages. Now, if you go to general options, you'll actually be able to specify the pages, the default pages. So in order to create the register page, you have to go to pages, click add new, create your register page, and then specify that that is the register page. The login page, the logout page, the TOS, which is basically your privacy policy or terms of service page, and your lost password page as well. So if you click on add new here, and I'm going to open the levels page as well so we can go back to it later on. It's actually very easy to create these pages. So for example, before we name the page, if we scroll down here to the right hand side, you're going to see membership pro page type. You're going to see register page, lost password on all these pages, right? So register, let's go ahead and create the register page. So let's type in register, and in this box, you need to be under the visual tab, but in this box, you click on MP shortcodes, and then you're going to see all of these forms pop up. So all you have to do is click on register form, and it's going to pull in the register form. We're going to set that as register page, and you can show this page only for, let's say, paid levels. So somebody pays, they are able to register. If they're on the free level, or if they're not on the paid level, you can redirect them to a different page, like grab access, purchase, or buy. If not, you can also replace the content with a different piece of content. So now you can see this content box has popped up. So if somebody who is not a paid member comes to the site or page, they will see a different content. So that's really nice to have, and you can pull this in and replace it with different content. So that's that, and we click on save when we're done. And you have other things like down here. So let me scroll down here before I click save. But you can actually drip feed content as well. So if this one, let's say, was module 1 or module 2, you could have it drip feed over a span of days. So you can release this instantly or after a certain amount of days or on a specific date. And you can expire the content never on a certain period or on a specific date. So of course, when you're ready to complete the page, you click on publish. And there you go. So you're good to go for the register page. So now we could go back to the general options, and we can see that the register page has already been chosen because we chose it over here. So in fact, when you do things over here, they're automatically going to happen over here. So let's go ahead and work on the login page. If we click on add new and work on the login page, we go down to this box, click on MP shortcodes, and click on login form, and that's it. That's how easy it is. You don't need to know any code, or you don't have to set up your own login form or anything like that. Now you can show the page only for, let's say, I think login tends to be public, so we're not going to limit or protect the content by any means. So we're going to set this as the login page, and that's pretty much it. So the login page, pretty simple. Click on publish. We're going to click on add new. And then the next page we have we have the lost password page. So click on MP shortcodes and password recovery. So lost password. This is public, so it doesn't really need to be protected content wise. And we're good there. We click on add new. And then, of course, we have redirect page. We have the logout page. We have the TOS page, which is basically your privacy policy. So you can put TOS or terms of service, enter your privacy policy here. And of course, everybody should be able to view that, so you don't have to protect that content. And of course, account user page. So user page, user access. And we're going to click publish. So it's just a matter of going through the process and setting everything up properly. All right. So I think you pretty much have the hang of it now. The TOS page, the logout page, and the redirect page. The logout page is nice to have, especially if you're going to promote something similar. So if somebody is logging out of a website, let's say that is about dog training, then the logout page, you can log out and you can show them a different offer related to dog training. So you can actually increase your monetization factor as far as this goes. So those are the default pages. And of course, if we go back to general options here, we can see that all the pages have been specified except for the logout and the TOS page. And of course, we have default redirects here. So we're good to go as far as that goes, as far as creating the content and protecting it. Now, what we can do is I want to go back to levels because I want to show you how to protect the content for a specific level. So let's say, for example, that we have module 1. And kind of going back to the mind map that we had set up earlier, module 1 has, a bunch of free awesome content. And we want to show this page only for free and paid levels. So basically, unless they are actually registered on your system as a free member and they are an actual active member, they won't see module 1. So basically you can set it so that the public people cannot see the actual module 1. They have to register first. And of course they'll see it if they pay. Now if not, you can redirect them to get access, sign up as a free member. Different page, right? So we're not setting this as the logout page, so I'm going to set at ... We can release it at a certain time if we want, but in this case, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to click on publish because I want everybody to see it free or paid. Next, we got the module 2, so we click on add new page, module 2, and then we know this is paid content only, so paid content only. Now, if we go back to levels over here and we look on the paid content, remember we see these shortcodes here? So we're going to copy these shortcodes. And the nice thing about this is you can put the shortcode here and you can put the content here. Now, if you're going to do, like, let's say module 1 is just for paid only, you don't really need to use that. I'll actually show you, and I'll go back to module 1 and I'll show you in just a minute. But for module 2, because it's paid only, we can show the page only for paid level only. Otherwise, we redirect them to, get access, purchase, all that product, right? So module 2, let's say module 2 is instantaneously. So we don't need to drip feed that yet because that is the first paid product or paid module, and we click on publish. So that's how to protect your content essentially. Now, if we go back to module 1, because I think that's a really good example here. If we go to module 1, and we know it's restricted to paid level and free level, right? So if we copy these shortcodes from the level section over here, so let's copy this over here. So we know the first one is free and the second one is paid. So that ID is 1 and ID is 2. Now, what we can do here is module 1, you can give a lot of free content, right? But you can set it so when somebody buys and pays, they get this plus, they get this and maybe a welcome video plus more awesome content. So what this says is within module 1, if a free level member is viewing this page, they're only going to see this. If a paid level member is going to be seeing this page, they are going to see this. So this allows you to kind of differentiate and show people, you're a paid level now, you get access to all the content. So this gives you the flexibility to kind of show different content on the page itself. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on update here. And let's go ahead and click on add new. And let's make some public content, a free blog post of some sort. So let's do blog post 1, and you have some awesome free publicly available content. But then you have a video content piece that you want to make it so that it's locked. So you click on MP Locker here. You can say hide content only for a certain level, or you can show content only for paid level. So you can hide content or show content. So you can show content for paid level or even free level. So if this is the public, you might want to get them into the free level first before you get them into the paid level. So free level, click save, and there you go. So what this does is now you see here, there's a bracket here. So, and then there's a bracket that continues here. So what you need to do to enter the content is put your mouse or your bar here, and then do this, and then put the content inside here. So that would be the video content. So that's kind of how you lock it and you protect it from certain levels, right? So if you want to change this, however, where it says who equals 1 is the free level, and then paid level in my case is 2. So if we go back here, this is level 1 and this is level 2. So if I want to change this to 2, I could, or you can simply use the MP Locker as well. So that's a really neat little feature that you can use to lock content and protect content, and at the same time allow the public to view a piece of content, certain levels to view a piece of content, and more. So once you're done, you can of course click publish, and you're good to go. So that's, as far as content and file protection goes, that's pretty much it. So if that makes sense and that seems pretty easy to you, then you're going to be able to set things up pretty quick.